want to quickly share thoughts and a quick review on this Omega Speedmaster Racing. It's a 40mm coaxial chronograph. And just to get things out of the way, specs, it is on the thicker side. It is an automatic movement. So very quickly, it's around 15mm thick. Bezel is 30, around 38 and a half. Lug width is 19, and lug to lug 45.3. So the measurements are actually pretty close to the summer blue Planet Ocean I reviewed. I had an unboxing of the white dial version of this, but I really wanted the gray. The gray has this sunburst finish that, changes color depending on the lighting, from a light gray to sometimes almost black depending on the light. Also, that Speedmaster text is in yellow, which I really like. I love the yellow accents on this. The strap it's on currently is a custom strap from Seventh Creation. It's very similar to the Omega Dark Side of the Moon, and it kind of gives me that vibe. It did come on this bracelet, and there is a rubber strap. I think this watch works so much better on a strap over a bracelet. It's a little bit more of a casual, racy piece. I love that they have all these different colors for this watch, and I feel like it's a very overlooked Speedy in the catalog. So this lives in between the Speedy Reduced, which is I think 38 or 39mm. It's smaller than this. What I don't really like about that one is the subdials are all very small, and they're really spread apart, which I really don't like that look. This one is a little bit better in my mind. It has larger subdials and the smaller one that has the date on the bottom. And overall, that movement has a chrono piece attached to it, whereas this movement is a chrono movement. So on the Speedy Reduce, you'll notice the pushers actually are slightly above the crown, which is not the case here. So the movement on this is the Cal 3330 from Omega. Now this was based on the Valjoux movement. They added a silicone hairspring, which you could see on the case back, column wheel, chronograph, coaxial, and it has 100 meters water resistance. So what do you get with this that you don't get with, let's say, Moonwatch or something like my Broad Arrow here? So I would say, it's a little bit more of a casual fun watch, right? So what you get with these is, this could be a dress-up piece, this could be a versatile piece, this could go with anything. This is a little bit more casual, maybe a summer watch, which I really like, a little bit more fun. You do get the date here, so for those that like dates, you get the date. You have an automatic movement where you don't have to worry about winding it. Now, it's interesting because this particular movement, it is louder. You feel it when you shake it, you feel it kind of jiggle in your hand, and that's because I think it's winding only in one direction. I actually think it's kind of fun. It makes you feel like you have something on your wrist. I feel like some people may not like that much. It's interesting with this dial. If you look at it, in different lights, it goes from a very light gray to almost dark gray black in some instances. I really like the pop of the yellow on both the indices, the hands that match the chrono hand, and the outline of the bezel. Now, in terms of how do you change the date? So it's interesting that the crown actually doesn't change the date. Pulling out the crown doesn't change it. There's this little button here, and when you get a little plastic toe, and when you click this button, the date just flips to the next day. So that's how you change the date. It's very unique. Once again, I think it's kind of fun, very different from other watches, and this in no way would replace the Broad Arrow Speedy I have, but it's definitely something very different. Now, even though the thickness is 15, it does not wear that thick on the wrist. So I think the sizing recently is perfect. So this is what it looks like on my 6.7-inch, 17 centimeter wrist. So you could see looks really well. And you don't really notice the height here, right? The case back sinks into your wrist. So you don't really notice that 15. It wears more like I'd say like 12.8, 13. And it's very comfortable, especially on a strap. And I think these work really well on a strap. It came with this bracelet. Um, I think these bracelets are fine, but I'm not really a big fan of this particular watch on the bracelet. I think this is um, a little bit of a less fun, less racy look as opposed to this rally strap. So I definitely give this watch a look. If you want something different, you want something casual. The dials are really fun, really colorful, different colors. You get the automatic movement. It has coaxial. This measures really accurate on my time graver. Probably one of the more accurate watches I have. These are fairly cheap. You could pick these up probably around 3 or below 3, full box and papers. So really recommend this watch. I've had a lot of fun with it. Now, if we think about what this looks like in terms of compared to a moon watch or something like this, look at the sizing, right? So the sizing here, obviously this watch a bit bigger. It's actually a 42. It wears a little bit closer to a 40, but side by side, definitely you can notice the size difference, and definitely there's a style difference here. This is what this one looks like on my wrist. This is a really nice day-to-day watch. See, it's a lot bigger, but it still wears really well, especially on this bracelet that has the female end links. So yeah, what do you think about this speed erasing? I think it doesn't get the credit it deserves. I don't think this replaces a moon watch, but it's definitely a fun piece, solid watch in the Speedmaster family, and I'd wish I see more of these around.